Branson Junior High School to today's broadcast. It is Eric Fuentes here, the 10th of April, 2020, and I won't keep you here for long. I just have a couple of announcements to make. First of all, this last Tuesday's broadcast, there was a fast food survey, and to vote on it, just click the web link that was shown in the video, or there's a link down in the description of that same video. Also, 7th graders, don't forget to vote next week for your new president and vice president for Stuco. Also, vote for our Teacher Pet Challenge. We'd love to see you vote. And keep spreading these broadcasts to your friends. They'll enjoy it. I definitely enjoy it. So just keep on spreading the word, and they'll definitely have fun watching these broadcasts. So have a good rest of your weekend, and let's watch the rest of this broadcast.
I'm only one call away. I'll be there to save the day. Superman got nothing on me. I'm only one call away. Call me baby if you need a friend. I just wanna give you love. Come on, come on, come on. Reaching out to you, so take a chance. No matter where you go, you know you're not alone. I'm only one call away. I'll be there to save the day. Superman got nothing on me. I'm only one.
Hey guys, so today I'm going to be showing you uses of toilet paper. You can take these as a joke or you can actually use them, I really don't care. But today, during this weird time of coronavirus, people have been going to grocery stores and buying out toilet paper, which really doesn't make sense. But we're gonna teach you how to ration your toilet paper, or you can use it different ways. So let's get into it. Alright, so our second option, you take your animal or guinea pig and you take toilet paper and you clean them. You clean your little guinea pig with toilet paper so that they're all clean for the coronavirus. So our third option is to take your toilet paper and clean a window. Or you can clean, let's see, you can clean your MacBook. You know, anything you want to clean. So our fourth option is to clean your sibling because they're most likely dirty because, yeah, so you clean it, okay? That's all you gotta do. And our fifth option is to eat it. Just kidding, don't eat toilet paper. It's probably really not tasty, and you don't know where, it's been, so yeah.
Throughout my entire life, I've always been involved in some new adventure. I always like to learn something new and then become as good at it as I can possibly be. I got involved in it because, again, of reading articles and finding out that the decline in the monarch butterfly population. And so when I read things like that, it's like, okay, what can I do to help? Is there anything that I can do? And so I started finding out, yeah, there are certain things you can do, like, planting milkweed, because that's the only plant that butterflies will lay their eggs on. It's the only thing that the caterpillars will eat. And so I just started kind of investigating what can I do to help out the butterflies. And so I started very small, a very small patch of milkweed, and found out that monarchs miraculously found it, and so I expanded it out then from there. As they came into our plants, we would gather them up and then take them inside and set up aquariums and different little things where we could try to protect them until they turn chrysalis and then go into butterflies. So this year we took in 30, and by the time we saw the caterpillars and going into chrysalis, we found that several of them had already been gotten to by spiders, granddaddy longlegs, wasps. And so, because our plan was for them to just go to adulthood outside, but we saw that they were being killed, and so we decided to set up something on the inside. And so our success rate this year was 44%, going from chrysalis to adulthood, and so we felt pretty happy about that. And the time of year that was happening, also what's known as the super monarch, and this is the time of year when the monarchs are the ones that make it to the central Mexico, to the mountains of central Mexico is where they go to every year. And so that in August when we were getting them, and in September it's what's called the super monarch, because they're a bigger monarch and they are the ones that instinctively fly back to Mexico. We do name the butterflies. We started in alphabetical order, and so when we'd have one or two, we'd write down the dates, we'd write down male or female, and then we would name the butterflies, and then we take them to our local library that happens to have a butterfly garden in the back of it, and we take them there and release them. So, but yes, we do name them. I've read a lot of articles and heard a lot of things in the news about bees and their plight and what's happening to them. The bee population is going down, and so I just started reading about how can you help bees, and one of the ways was to, raise bees and give them a place where they could safely live. And so that's how I got started in it. And so I just started reading everything I could get my hands on about beekeeping, and then started that way, just by wanting to help the bees. So far I've kept all the honey. I've given a lot of it away. I've not sold any of it. I've been at it for 4 years, and in this area you really have to catch it at the right time as far as the weather. And last year we had a wet spring, a cool spring, and so the flowers stayed around a lot longer than normal. And so I did get quite a bit of honey last year, and probably half of that I've given away to people. So at this point, the honey that I have harvested, I've just kept. Fly fishing for about 30 years ago or so. Grew up in Indiana. Fly fishing is normally associated with trout fishing. There's not a lot of trout in Indiana, but I picked up fly fishing, my brother and I, and we're fishing in ponds for bluegill, and just started to learn something new. And so that's how I got into it, and I found out that I just absolutely love fly fishing and continue doing it today. The main difference is that regular fishing, you take something heavy on the end of a line with a hook and you fling it out there, and the weight of that carries the bait, lure, whatever it is, out to where the fish are. Fly fishing they mimic insects, and they're very, very small, very, very light, and so it's the weight of the line and the way the rod bends. That's what actually presents that fly. So as opposed to something weighty carrying it out there, it's the weight of the actual line that is bending the rod and then sending the fly out there, so that when it lands, you throw a worm out there, it splashes. You put a fly out there, it gently lands lightly on the water. And so you're imitating different insect lives above water or below water. Well, I always loved reading books, and I always loved that books took me somewhere when I was reading them. And so it's always been within me for years that I wanted to write my own book. And so several times I've started many different books. But then I finally got to the point of, okay, what do I really know? What do I know about? And fly fishing is one of the things I know. And I've been to several places in fly fishing. And so I decided to start putting together my experiences and kind of compile them together, and then that turned into a book. It's becoming bigger all the time. It started by a Special Forces veteran in Florida, and he makes the bags and so on. Has created these events, and so they are held all over the world. I attended one here in December in St. Louis, and so it's becoming bigger all the time. But yes, there are many events, a lot of them in the United States, but they're also around the world. I actually got involved and started practicing back in May of this last year, so 2019 in May I started rucking. It's a physical challenge, and I'm very involved in working out, and it's just one more aspect of working out. When I heard about it and what it does and everything it's involved in it, I decided that I would participate in it just as another part of a workout program. Well, this is a ruck bag, and it's more than just a backpack because there's certain things on it as far as the way that it's built, the different handles. It's kind of advertised as a gym on your back. And what makes the ruck bag is on the inside, of course I have my water bladder for hydration purposes, but then also inside here there's a pouch. And within there are weight plates. And this particular one is a 20-pound weight plate. Now when I'm training to actually do a ruck event, I'll wear 30-pound rucks. And I'll stick that down inside of here. And on their events, you have to have at least 20 pounds in there. And so then you just throw it on your back and you walk. And that's basically what rucking is. Now some of these events, like the one that I attended in St. Louis, there's a lot more to it. It's more than just walking. There's about 2 hours worth of exercise that you're doing with the bag. Could be holding the bag over your head, doing deep knee lunges, or on your back doing flutter kicks holding up, running with it on your back. And also we had, during the ruck event, we had 80, 100, and 120 pound sandbags. They would also, while we're carrying this, we'd also take those and put them on our shoulders. And we walked, that particular one was 7 miles to do. So this is what a ruck bag is. And it looks like a regular backpack, but it's got some modifications in it. And then it just goes on the shoulder, and then you cinch the straps down, and then a sternum strap, and you just walk. And then if you get thirsty, you've got your water to drink. So that's rucking.
Hey, Spencer here again with another plant update. This is exciting news. This right here is a wildflower called mullein. And a lot of people call this by the common name nature's toilet paper because it's completely hypoallergenic and they are so velvety soft. The petals are so velvety soft. So those of you who did not get your storage of toilet paper, nature, it's providing for us. Isn't this exciting? So go out in your yard and look for a plant like this. It's going to have really velvety smooth leaves, and then when they start flowering, it'll be a shoot that comes up from the middle, and it'll have bright yellow flowers in a cone shape all the way around. But when they're little babies like this, go grab you some toilet paper. Okay, see ya. Have the best day ever.
Welcome to Weird Words with Junior. Our word for today is widdershins. Widdershins is just a funny name or a funny way to say counterclockwise. It just means it's going the wrong way. Widdershins. The clock was going widdershins. Isn't that fun?
Hello and welcome back to an episode of Baking with Grace. Today I have a special guest, my dad.
Hi, I'm Dad.
So what are we making today?
I think we are going to make monster cookies. Rawr.
Let's talk about ingredients. We're gonna need butter,
Brown sugar,
sugar,
flour,
oats,
vanilla, peanut butter. Oh, peanut butter.
eggs,
Vanilla,
baking soda,
and my favorites, M&Ms, or W's and W's, and milk chocolate chips.
On your screen is the amounts. For this, you're gonna need some utensils like a spatula.
And a blender!
No.
Blender?
No.
Mixer.
Yeah.
First, preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Don't forget to wash your hands. Now mix your butter and your sugars in a mixing bowl. It's important to have your butter at room temperature so that the batter will mix evenly. Now put your mixer on low setting and mix. Then add in your eggs, vanilla, and baking soda. Next, add in your flour and oats. Here comes the fun part, M&M's and chocolate chips. All ready to shape them. Then you can go ahead and put them in your oven for 11 minutes. Make sure you check them often so that they don't burn. They're done!
What's up? So, how'd it go? Tell me what we did.
We mixed all the ingredients together and then I put them in nasty shapes and I put them in the oven
For how long?
for 11 minutes.
Oh, that smells like baking.
Yep. Okay, time to test them.
Do I get to? Are you testing it?
Yeah.
Ready? Clink. Tastes like a monster.
Are you eating a monster?
Monster cookie. No. Good job.
Thank you guys for watching. If you have any more ideas that you would like to share, email Mr. Long.
I'm sure by now you've heard of Joe Exotic, but here at the Slama Exotic Wildlife Park, we have some of the most rarest and dangerous creatures in the world, including this Minecraft leopard, which you can pet for a price. We can't wait to see you. Come on out this Saturday. Here at the Slama Exotic Wildlife Park, we have not forgotten our roots. We are one of the top zoos for exotic llamas. This one is a singing and dancing llama. Here we have the rare Siamese tiger named Louise, jumping down on her breakfast. We always make sure to provide the highest quality of meals for animals so they can grow big and strong. Here we have another one of our rare creatures. It is a Missouri calico mountain lion. This one's called Delma. She may seem nice and sweet now, but she's incredibly dangerous and will bite your finger off if it's given the chance. She likes to reside on windowsills. It's natural habitat. I can tell you one thing, Carol Baskins. You won't ever shut down the Slama Exotic Wildlife Park. I know where your husband is. I know you killed him. I can see because you love
You will need a cup half full of water, paper plate, an empty toilet paper roll, and an egg. So, if once you hit the paper plate, the toilet paper and the plate will go to the side and the egg will drop into the water without breaking. It actually worked. I was kind of surprised.
Hello, Branson Junior High. I'm Ethan Goins, and welcome to your weekly animal show.
Today's animal is the Arctic wolf. Arctic wolves are smaller than the more common gray wolf. This helps them keep warm in the Arctic. They rarely come into contact with humans, but they are greatly affected by climate change. The diet of the Arctic wolf consists mostly of caribou and Arctic hares. The rise of global warming has reduced the number of these animals, which will have an impact on the population of wolves for years to come.
That's all for today. Let us know if you have an idea for an animal. I'm Ethan Goins, and have a great day.
It's birthday time again here at Branson Junior High. Happy birthday this Friday, April 10th, to Isabel Harrison. Happy birthday this Friday, April 10th, to Cameron Woods. Happy birthday this Saturday to Cooper Miller, to Ben Presley, and to Gracie Wasson Rhodes. Happy birthday, you three. And finally, this Sunday, happy birthday to Anna Hardman. Happy birthday, Branson Pirates!